Hello everybody and welcome back to Need for Speed Carbon. I am Tater Todd, of course, and look at that tail light. Man, that is nice. I'm back with episode 17 now, and nothing has really changed since last episode. I wasn't able to do any more performance upgrades due to the fact, like I said before, the only thing that this will accept is race parts, which I haven't unlocked any except for nitrous yet. So that's what's going on. But hopefully this episode, wow, that is a lot of air. Hopefully this episode will be able to unlock some more parts for it. Let's go ahead and do that actually right now after I scrape off every inch of paint from my car. Let's go up here. Look at it. We've got 2 zones already. So that's good. Let's see, we got 3 in that one, 3 in that one, 3 in that one. Got this one down here. Let's let's do this one down here. Start with a checkpoint. And we'll unlock the Plymouth Hemi Cuda, which I don't really care about, but still kinda cool. It's kinda nice to have a race that you are the only racer in. Every once in a while. I could have worded that a lot better than I did. But my main point is that sometimes it's nice to not have 19 other people racing against you. That only happens in race wars, of course, but you get the idea. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get more. Wow, I'm already losing. Not losing, but I'm not doing as good as I had hoped. Checkpoint races are usually pretty easy. They give you a lot of time to get to the next area, and pretty much it seems like as long as you don't, really mess up, run into something, or anything like that, then it's pretty much solid. But I guess not this one. I mean, I did still have 6 seconds to go through the checkpoint, but still, it seems, you don't see that very often. See, that time I had 10 seconds, so yeah, it should be no problem. They probably just made that first one short to scare you. Get in your head a little bit. Oh boy, that's a sharp corner. Try not to hit as much stuff as possible. I mean, that's just generally a good key to racing, but especially when you're trying to do something like this, that's a timed event. You have to be at a certain spot in less than X amount of seconds. I'm gonna get the hurry sign again. But as long as I keep this pace, I should be okay, because I haven't been cutting it too close yet. Of course, that's not to say that nothing will happen, but you never know. It seems like as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, I should make it. I don't know how I like the color of this thing. I did it because I don't know, I looked at a few different colors, and I think this is the one I liked the best, but I didn't really spend a whole lot of time on it, just because I wanted to make sure that I could record an episode to replace the lost one. But I don't know, I'll switch it around every once in a while and see what happens. Man, it has been so cold here lately. I mean, I say it's been cold, but you guys might be like, oh, it's not that cold, depending on where you're from, but it's been in like the 20s and 30s here lately, like probably 20s at night and then 30s during the day. And for me, that's pretty cold. That's pretty damn cold, especially I work in basically a warehouse. It's not a warehouse, but it's a shop, and there's no heaters, nothing. You just close the doors and hope for the best, kind of. So it's just cold all day. 25 grand for that race. That's not too bad. I'll take it. We've come a long way, though. I think I'm trying to remember how much, when we first started, what did we get for a race? I want to say it was like around $10,000. So we've over doubled that since then. Let's do the speed trap next. See if I can kind of redeem myself for how many times I've lost those lately. See if I can get it first try this time. I did the checkpoint first try, so that was exciting. The lineup of cars is definitely looking better. I still like the look of the Aston Martin better. I don't know what it is, but that thing just really hits a soft spot with me. I did drive one time, a DB9, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a friend of mine. I may have talked about this before, but a friend of mine, his stepdad has one, and he let me take it for a spin one time, as we like to say. But I pretty much drove the shit out of it. I mean, there's really no other way to say it. I got on it real hard a lot of times, and yeah, it was a good time. I would definitely do it again if he offered it to me. That's like the only, seriously fast thing I've ever drove. But I mean, I've drove some, I don't know, it's kind of relative, I guess, because I feel like I've drove some pretty fast stuff, but when you're talking about, you've got cars now that are pushing 2,000 horsepower and shit. Yeah, supercars are fast to me, but to somebody else they might be really slow and boring. But I feel like I've, for an average dude, average middle class dude, I've drove some pretty decently fast stuff. But I think that DB9 has been one of the fastest. I want to say the quickest and most fun was Lotus Exige S, the supercharged one. That thing was just a blast. It was so quick. It felt like driving a go-kart, because it was just so, everything felt, real. There was no disconnect between you and the steering and the handling and all that. It felt like a go-kart. You turn the wheel this much, you turn this much, and tiny little car with tiny little engine pushing out a lot of power. It was just really quick and really fun. It was funny, you always get, and it was like a that bright Lotus green color, and you always get people taking pictures and stuff, and then you'd get people trying to race you in their Hondas and Integras or whatever else, and you just leave them in the dust. It was awesome. There's another territory. Wow, is that two? No, I guess the other one was last episode, but still, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Oh, and I don't even have to defend my territory this time. That's nice. Oh, where am I going? This must be where there's a cooldown circle. Cooldown circle. Anyway, let's polish it off though. Canyon Run unlocks the Lamborghini Murcielago. This was the race, whenever I played this when I was a kid, that gave me so much trouble. Took me like hours to finally beat this dude, but man, well, we'll see how it goes this time. I might end up doing the same thing. I don't know. But God, it used to take me forever. I don't know if it was just because I hadn't picked up a better car by this time or what the deal was, but I always had so much trouble with this race. I don't feel like it's going too horribly so far. Of course, I say that and then I fall behind a little bit, but I should be okay. I say but a lot. I don't mean to. It's just kind of I end my sentences with but sometimes. I don't mean to. I just said that. I need to stop doing that. I need to kick the habit. End it with something else, like a period. That'd be a good thing to end a sentence with. Oh god, oh god. Here we go. Thought I was going to lose it there for a second. That's not the line I wanted to take. And I don't get any NOS because it's a canyon race. I think there's only a couple canyon races. This may be the only one, I'm not sure. But I know there's not very many. There's probably only a couple canyon races that aren't boss races as well. And I know that when you beat this race, you unlock the Murcielago. But I want to say every other canyon race is part of the boss race, you know. I could be wrong though, I'm not sure. There might be another one or two other ones. Could be mistaken. It's been a long time since I've played this game. This far through anyway. Of course you might have guessed that by the way I'm driving. I don't think I'm doing too horribly bad though. I think I can keep enough distance between us whenever it's my turn to be the lead car. I've only really fallen behind a couple times. I feel like most of the time I've stayed, you know, pretty close to him. How much? We're 84, 85% done with the race, so there's not that much left. Just try and stay as close to him as I can without going off the track. That would be bad. Oh no. Now I'm actually falling behind and I need to catch up. Oh no, this isn't happening. This is bad. This is bad. There we go. There's the finish though. Alright. Let's see see if I can get 212,000 points. I don't feel like that's... No. Don't restart. Continue. Yeah, that would have been bad. I feel like that's a fair amount of points, but it could not be. I don't know. At least this time, since I'm the lead car, I don't have to worry about what he's doing. I can just focus on what I'm doing. Wow, he's catching me though, so that's concerning. I feel like I got this. I feel like I did alright. Maybe not though. Man, it's windy too. Cold and windy. That's what it has been here lately. And I'm just not digging it, really. I don't mind if I'm inside where it's not cold or windy. But I just did it again. I ended my sentence with but. Gotta stop doing that. Thankfully though, you know, at least I work in a shop where I'm not in the wind, and eventually it does warm up, you know, when you have so many people in there at once. You know, we've got quite a few people that work in the shop, and it does eventually warm up. You have to open the big door every once in a while to you know, receive a delivery or something, but most of the time it's not too bad. Just wear extra clothing and, you know, try and keep warm as best you can. Maybe drink some coffee or something. I don't drink coffee, but some days I wish I did. Help keep me warm. That'd be nice. Maybe I should take up coffee drinking. I don't know. I've tried it. I've tried to start enjoying it before, and it's just never really gone all that well. I don't know. I feel like I have to put so much crap in it to actually enjoy drinking it that it's like I might as well not even be drinking coffee, you know, to put so much creamer or sugar or milk or whatever, you know. And like when my cousin, you know, or something, we go stop at Starbucks or whatever, he's like, oh, what do you want? I'm like, can I get a white chocolate caramel mocha, you know, just. And he's like, wow, really? Are you sure that you like want coffee in that? Like, I know, shut up. Look at that, I did it first try. That's the first time that's ever happened. Every other time, like I've said, it's taken me forever. But yeah, Glad that happened. Oh, look at that. My territory is under attack again. Looks like it's a sprint this time with the Black Hearts, who aren't even a major crew. They're just trying to make a name for themselves, but it's not working. They should just give up. Now I got my new car. That was a nice looking Ford though. Oh, the GTR. Love those. And go. Didn't get the perfect launch, but should be okay though. Yumi. There's Yumi. Being my little scout girl. My little Asian scout girl. Who's apparently beating me. Probably because she took that shortcut and I almost T-boned her. What am I in? 4th? Yeah, 4th. That's not horrible. Should be able to catch up by the end of the race. Only a quarter of the way through. Oh god. Oh, I have NOS again. Thank goodness. Here we go. Here we go. About time to make a move. Viper. God, I'd love to ride in one of those too. SRT10 or an RT. It doesn't really matter to me. I'll ride in either one of them. Apparently they're not very expensive anymore. You can get, you know, the old model for, I don't know, I want to say like $20-some thousand. At least around here. I don't know about everywhere obviously, but I want to say like maybe more around the 30-35 range. I haven't been looking into them or anything, so I don't know for sure, but I want to say you could probably pick one up for around 35 grand, which, yes, is a lot, but it's really not when you think about it. You know, a new pickup truck is like 70, you know, 70, 60, somewhere in there for like a full-size diesel, you know, with, you know, some upgrades of any kind. You know, you're probably looking at least 60 grand. You know, you could probably get just a solid base model for 50 something, but so I mean, really in comparison it's not all that much. I don't know, new just consumer cars are going for about that much now. You know, you can't really get a car for less than 20 anymore, I don't feel like, brand new anyway. So yeah, if I was looking into getting a car for, you know, like a new car or something, I might just go a little bit older, spend a little more money, and get something like a Viper. That seems like a solid option to me. Alright, let's see if I can do one more here. Get all the way back up there. Which one do I want to start with? There's a circuit, and a sprint, and a speed trap. There's a checkpoint, a circuit, and a sprint. And a drift, a canyon, and a circuit. That sounds fun. Let's end with a drift. I haven't done a drift event in a long time. Of course, after I finish the race, I'm probably going to have to defend my territory again. Alright, let's see how this goes. 3, 2, 1, go. Haven't been getting the perfect launches. This thing's got like a power band though, so it's like, you know, as soon as you get above like a certain RPM, it just snaps up to the top and you can't really hold it where you need it to be. I mean, it's obviously doable, but not as simple. Let's see if I can do well, or if I can do this first try. I don't have enough speed though. I'm trying to, you know, stretch these drifts out, but it's not working. So that first drift I tried to do where I hit the wall, just kind of like that. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Tighten it up a little bit. Go to the other side. Now I'm getting some multipliers. Multipliers or multipliers? How do you guys say it? I say multipliers, not multipliers. Although multipliers is probably the more correct of the two. just given on. You know, if you were to look at the word and read it, you'd probably say multipliers. Dang it. That one was a good one too. Oh boy, slow it down there. I am in first, but like I said, somebody could end a drift here in a second that's worth 30,000 points. I'm over here hitting a wall every other corner. Oh boy. Oh no. That was almost really bad. Just gotta get the speed right. If you got the correct speed, and it'll all be okay, but if you don't, it's gonna be one hell of a race. Hit another wall, damn it. 71 custom. I don't know if that's a computer's name or if that's a real person. That seems like a real person, but I'm not connected to live, so it has to be a computer. I just didn't think that they would program one of the computer names to be 71 custom with a K. Alright, let's see how I did. $25,000. Finished first. I unlocked Transmissions Tier 3 Racing Package. Oh, sweet. That means I can put it on this car. 106,000 points. That's not a bad drift race. Let's see. I think that's actually going to be it for this episode. We'll conquer that territory next time, but I feel like we got a lot done this episode, so I'm happy about it, and we're getting pretty close to the end of the game here. Not too long. I'd be curious to see. It doesn't tell me there. I'd be curious to see. Look at that, career completion, 81%. I'm gonna jump to the safe house. I'm gonna upgrade my car, and I'll meet you guys back here next time for the next episode of Need for Speed Carbon, where I get a lot closer to the end. And thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.